welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a little behind-the-scenes action. The team preparing for perhaps its biggest game of the season so far. Right here on 2K Sports. The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. Hello, everyone. Which one of these teams from the East will move into the finals? All knotted up here at 3 apiece. We're about to find out. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Malik Beasley. Reddish out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Young in at the point. And for Boston, they've got Grant. Robert Covington out there with Ibaka. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. Now Young. Pass to Reddish. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Here's Boston now. Grant the pass to Covington. And here's Booker from the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hornets. They come into this one after losing on Sunday.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
It's stolen by Reddish. And it's Beasley that time in the assist from Reddish.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And he's able to get it back. Here's Grant. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We've seen a quick start here for the Hornets. It's a 3-point game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And bringing that postseason intensity, so key. These plays can change the trajectory of a game.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Young.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. .44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Jackson. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Took him no time at all on that one. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Chris Dunn's checked in for Charlotte. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry kicks to Jordan. And here's Booker from the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. Charlotte no good that time either. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Devin Booker out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jordan. And it's Hartenstein in at the 4. Here's Dunn. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Dunn dishes to Jackson. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Hartenstein. Jordan finds Curry. Over Dunn, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston. To the paint, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers. Dunn showing great vision.
Booker left side. Lets it fly, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Curry against Dunn. On the wing, Jackson. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And Jordan gets it to go.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Now here's Dunn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson, that's good.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Hartenstein passes to Booker. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Lightning quick release on that jumper. No one could get to Booker in time.
Now here's Dunn. They get it back. Here's Jackson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Jackson's got 9.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Tie game in Boston. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. We're reporting to you live here in this sold-out arena. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Taking a look at the Celtics, they're 1/2 away from finally moving on in this series. The pressure of Game 7 may be weighing heavily on them, and they've still got their work cut out in the second half, but they're in a pretty good position. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, they could never get their offense going on in the interior. Tough night. They really didn't even try to get it going, you know what I mean? I like to see them run more plays down low, try to keep the defense off balance.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
Well, it's never easy to go on the road in the NBA, no matter what the matchup is. But I think they like playing the role of the villain. Their effort has been fantastic, and they've done all that they can do to keep this crowd quiet.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And here we go. Getting back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
On the court for Charlotte, Jackson is out there with Reddish. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Pirtle in at center. Now, here is Young. Shoots over Grant, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
And here's Booker from the arc. No good that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. Over to the wing. Here's Reddish. Cans it from downtown. Reddish has got 7.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. Charlotte in the lead. Pass to Young. And yes, it's good. 6 points for Trae Young.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Curry's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Booker. He's got 13. Outside for Curry. Will it go? Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
Well, like it runs in the family, Seth Curry building a career on his aptitude from distance. And boy, oh boy, can he do some damage.
Young against Grant. Young passes to Pirtle. Dishes it to Beasley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Devin Booker. And he's got his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Beasley. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
I'll tell you, Seth Curry, when he shoots the basketball, picture-perfect release. That is so pretty.
The pass to Reddish. Kicks it to Pirtle. Beasley with a clean look. The 19-footer is on the money. Beasley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Charlotte. They're up by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Grant is out there with Booker. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Wade in at the 4 spot. That's the Boston 5.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
To the inside. No good. Shot missing. Jordan with some nice D. Celtics trail by 4. Over to the left wing. Grant the pass to Jordan. Wade kicks to Thybulle. For 3, Booker bangs home the trifecta.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Easily outside. And the shot is good.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
It seems to me a lack of effort and a lack of communication, and it's happening to both sides here late in the game.
No good from Booker. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And so Booker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 3. Back to Wade. Grant the pass to Booker. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fast break now for Charlotte. Payton with the ball. Good!
Payton taking the opportunity to deliver in a big moment.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Cam Reddish.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the head coach for Boston had some instruction for the guys during the timeout. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Young taking his time here. But they recover it. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And the Hornets call time here. They're ahead by 3. 5 seconds left in the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 5. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
So they've done it. They're going to move on.
These guys have played so hard, endured so much, and you can just see how absolutely excited they are to be headed to the finals.
A tremendous opportunity now, just 4 wins away from a championship.
Yeah, and so close. I mean, they can practically taste it right now, but it's not going to be easy. Those next 4 wins are going to be the most difficult of the season if they can get them. But no matter what happens, I think the accomplishment of winning the conference championship is something this franchise and its fans will always remember.
And they'll represent the East in a final series that's mere days away. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
welcome to a very
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Pistons early, arriving at the arena. Hard to imagine a group looking more confident than this. On the road, they've always got their game faces on. The John Hancock Tower rising above the bustling city of Boston and its tree-lined streets. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pat.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Isaac out there with ball. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's White. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, Reggie Jackson out there with Booker. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Booker outside. The tray. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Booker's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Celtics.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Takes a three. Pistons working now with a new shot clock. Jokic with the bucket.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Hezonja. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun. Getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And McCaw is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Booker outside. Pass to McCaw. Celtics passing it around. From deep, Jordan. Rebounded by the Pistons. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Richardson, no luck.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Inside, stolen by Ball. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
For three, Booker sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got 8.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part of the team and do whatever you need to do to be the best player in your roles.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Shaw is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Brown. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Celtics. Reggie Jackson comes in for Devin Booker. McConnell passes to Shaw. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Shaw's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Exum with it, picked up by Brown. There's the steal. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. And you look at Hezonja. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court. And, of course, Reggie Jackson doing just as much. The first free throw is good. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jokic has checked in for Shaw. Ball comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Richardson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Kobe White in for T.J. McConnell.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Richardson the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively. Discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Hezonja on the wing. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Detroit with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Ball with a wide open look. And another 3 for Detroit.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jordan. Rebounded by the Pistons. Jokic just got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Richardson. No good off the back of the rim.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And so is Detroit, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. And you look at the Pistons. Shaq, how does this team take that next step to break out of the pack? And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
We've got Reggie Jackson. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Exum, and it's a 1-2 in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Pistons leading by 15. There's a minute left to play here in the third.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson passes to Jordan. Over Jokic. The shot by Jordan, no good. And so White will bring it up for the Pistons. The 3 ball. They get it again. Another shot. And it's Jokic missing. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Covington into the lane. Yes, that goes in. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Detroit also making some changes. Shaw's checked in for Jokic. Brown comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Kobe White. Passes it to McConnell. Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Booker outside. Connects from 3-point range. Booker's got 11 points.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Solid defense wins this game right here. All right, getting stops and take whatever offense gives us. Keep moving the basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Pistons. Down out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Ball. Then there's Shaw. And it's Okogie in at the 4 spot. Here's McConnell. There's the pass to Shaw. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Brown with it. Now guarded by Booker. Here's McConnell. Feeds it to Ball. Okogie, the pass to Ball. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Boston making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Jokic, he's checked in for Shaw. Johnson can't hit. Pistons leading by 10. Ball kicks to McConnell. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And then for Detroit, Richardson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Kobe White in for T.J. McConnell. Ball, the pass to Okogie. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Detroit.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Here's White, and it's in there. And the Pistons lead by 12.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
On the heels of this run, you wonder, where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Richardson goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Against physical defense, Richardson using his length and athleticism to counter.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's good from long range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
To a very special edition of 2K TV. It's our 7th season finale, and that means it's time to celebrate you, the 2K community, with our annual 2K TV award show, brought to you this year by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. But before we announce the winners of this year's awards, let's give you a chance to be a winner yourself with some 2K TV Interactive. And this one is an easy one. Winners of this year's 2K TV Awards will be receiving an NBA 75th Anniversary Edition copy of NBA 2K22. Which of these athletes will grace that cover? Is it A, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, B, Dirk Nowitzki, C, Kevin Durant, or D, all of the above?
Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 44. Greetings up and let's go.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Memphis. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Celtics, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
So here's Miami's starting group. Williams is out there with Batum. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, Reggie Jackson out there with Devin Booker. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Johnson. And it's Hazonia in at the 3 slot. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Booker outside. Johnson kicks to Hazonia. Celtics passing it around. And here's Booker from the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And it just lights out in terms of his scoring. Devin Booker's calling card.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of...
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And there's a reason LaVine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. We've played just over a minute here in the first. A baseline J, and that's good for 2. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jordan, over Gobert. Again, the miss by the Celtics. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Williams. Kick out to LaVine. Fires from deep. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. LaVine's got 7 points in the game.
And really a quick thinker with that sound jumper. Levine can capitalize in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Azania. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Levine passes to Williams. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And Booker kicks to Exum. The pass to Ibaka. Over Bryant. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Harrison Barnes is out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's Maledon. Then it's Williams. And it's Nwaba in at the 2 guard. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Here's Maledon. Ibaka with some nice D.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Baseline try, and the basket is good. 1:14 left in the first half. And here is Maledon. Kicks to Barnes. Here's Maledon. Williams outside. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for Miami.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's McCaw. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Fires the three. Drills it from outside. Williams has got 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Devin Booker. The Heat shooting their first foul shots of the night here. The first one falls, and a new group in for the Heat. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Bryant. Batum comes in for Harrison Barnes. Zach LaVine's checked in for Williams. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Maledon. Covington with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Yep, that one goes in there.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Miami shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Back to Jackson. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. It's stolen by Gobert. And so it's the Miami Heat feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. Competing with a chip on their shoulders, they started things off with an...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. We've got Johnson, Booker out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Jordan. And it's Hazonia in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now, Dinwiddie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Gobert. Barnes comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Maladon subbed in for Dinwiddie. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. And the jam by Levine.
And that athleticism has always been a big part of Levine's game. He makes dunking look easy.
And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Boston. 13 feet away. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Wade.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
The shot by Maladon. No good. Celtics trailed by 18. Hazonia finds Exum. Over Maladon. And another basket for Boston.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Pass to Levine. Wide open. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. The shot's good. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a great job of Booker, able to understand the timing and the quick trigger that time.
Hazonia with the ball. Over Williams. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Hazonia.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. On the floor for Miami, they've got Batum. Maladon is out there with Levine. And there's Bryant. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. They get the rebound. Ibaka. Pass to McCaw. Stolen away. Now here's Maladon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maladon's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Jackson from long range hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Heat.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Williams.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Levine passes to Melodon. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And the Heat lead by 13.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Johnson trying to get open as Ibaka. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Miami. At the line for two.
First one falls for him. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
That free throw from Lee is good. He's perfect from the line this time. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ball's knocked loose. Lee with the steal. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And